Shoo! Okay, Kenny.
Yes, sir.
I like that hat, sir. Where did you get it from?
Hey, man, I had to go pull it out of my farm.
That's the hat of wisdom, man. Look at that. That's the secret sauce, man. Now the people know. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Yaz Daily Show. We try to bring you a lot of information about crypto adoption. We talk about trading strategies, if you will, and motivate each other through shared knowledge and success every day on this channel. It's a beautiful thing to be doing, wouldn't you say, Oga Kenny?
Oh, yeah. We
Look,
have
man.
to create some value, give back to the community.
Exactly,
That's what we
man.
do.
Provide to society. Leave the world a better place than you found it.
Yep.
Man, I love that. Well,
Sir.
while we're working to leave the world a better place here, we would like to make the world a little bit better for someone by giving away $500 worth of Cardano.
You know what? I was thinking the other day, if we have given away the price by now,
Right.
someone would have had at least an extra $200 in their
This-
portfolio if they got in at the early stage once when we started this promotion.
Once we started getting, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey, man, and things seem to be moving up. We're going to be getting some more into that once we jump into the show here. So, $500 worth of Cardano will be giving it once we get to 5,000 subscribers. Two winners, $250 each, and all you have to do to be entered is to subscribe, like, and share the video. Okay, Kenny.
Well, it's been quite interesting lately in the crypto world. The global volume of cryptocurrencies has gone up a point 0.5 billion to say. It went up from 167 billion to 167.75 billion. The market cap. It's still at about 1.7 trillion. It's not back to the almost $3 trillion range yet, which is all right.
Hey, that was an interesting
Crypto
time.
was actually at Bitcoin was actually at $42,000
Right.
this past weekend, but it's currently down now to 39,400, about 39,300 ish, which is okay. It sounds interesting. Once we go into the scribble analysis in a little bit, you'll see the reason why and what's going on. Ethereum is definitely holding. It's getting very popular, and also the upcoming update has a lot to do with the increased prices that we see in Ethereum. Cardano is holding its role. It's been up from 120 to 132, 131 range, so it's up 10 cents, which is really good. The other coins that we're watching, that we don't talk a lot about, they're still holding stable. And of course, we talk about Shiba Inu all the time because, hey, I want to buy a Cybertruck with that money.
Hey,
And
Shiba Inu
Shay
is going
wants
to buy
buy
you a truck.
Hellcat with that money. So
Yeah, so buy a Hellcat with the Shiba Inu money.
yeah, but
We'll call it the Shiba
Shiba is
Cat.
shitting on us right now, man. It's still sitting flat.
Hey, man, we're hanging in there, man. Diamond hands all the way, right? We're in there. Well, jumping into some crypto news here. Nigeria to launch digital currency e-Naira in October. How do you feel about this, okay? I feel like you feel some type of way about it. Talk to
Feel
us.
some type of way about it. That's it. That's the right word. Some type of way. Number one, I don't think they're gonna meet the deadline because they never meet the deadline. Nothing gets done on time in that country. It's very frustrating. Unfortunately, I have to tell the rest of the world this.
Right.
But golly, can we
Yeah.
get something done professionally, done with time and quality?
Of course.
The other thing though is that cryptocurrency was supposed to create decentralization in terms of financial systems, governance, and so on and so forth.
Of course.
When it comes to countries like Nigeria, which is unfortunate, if one person or an organization or a group of people does not have control over it, it's not going anywhere. And I think
Absolutely.
that's what's going on here. And I hear neither it's going to be centralized, right?
Right.
It's going to be controlled by the very few, which I would say probably has a lot to do with some of all those Bitcoin that you see being purchased in Nigeria. I just hope that it works out for the common man.
Well, this is what I think. Is very much like how the United States is doing the U.S. cryptocurrency, right? I think that at the bare minimum, this is great for adoption. Is also great for things like, I'm not sure if, like, say for something like when the pandemic happened, you know how the U.S. government was sending out checks. They sent out checks to people and things like that. If there is a cryptocurrency, and we'll see a little bit about this in the next article as well. The government can just send everyone that crypto,
Yeah,
smart contract stuff.
it's gonna be much faster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in a situation like in Nigeria, if if let's say if giving out scholarships and things like that, I think that if students can use this to get funds quicker than going through some of the bureaucracy, or maybe it releases some of the bureaucracy that you have to go through, which is part of what makes things slow right now. What do you think of that?
Good point. Transparency,
Right,
which we can get with Ethereum,
right,
with the current Ethereum blockchain, and
right.
hopefully Cardano will also provide. Because literally with the Ethereum Classic chain, you can literally see every single transaction.
Exactly.
So you can see where the funds are going. Yeah, good
There you
idea.
go.
But I just hope they use it for those key advantages because there's a huge population of the country that is unbanked. So
Right.
if you want to talk about banking the unbanked, having money flow easily, more visible, then yes. But if they don't use it for that and they use it for just control and access, then again, that's everything about Africa though. There's just so much opportunity, but we
Hey,
don't tend to see the full opportunity being utilized.
I think it'll work out, man. Crypto exposes this behaviors because it's kind of something that was designed to eliminate all of these behaviors in the way it works. So I hope it turns out okay. The adoption of the central bank digital currencies is inevitable, though the US still has two problems to overcome, says Bank of America. The adoption of central bank digital currencies is inevitable according to Bank of America. However, the US needs to solve two problems: how to include the unbanked Americans and dealing with retail transfers across borders. Central banks have the power and will to prevent a very bad outcome, the analysis said. What do you think of this, sir? Bank of
Yeah. So
America saying that this is inevitable.
well, I read the article.
Right.
So number one, we have to remember that the American economic system is a debt-based system. So
Of course.
you gotta so that's one thing on itself. So banking the bank, that's just an excuse because
It
they
is.
want people to take more loans so they can make more money.
Right.
That's about 5% of Americans that don't use the banking system. That's great. But they also say 21% or say 25% don't use credit cards. Good for them. Don't use credit cards. Use your own crypto, which is good. But I guess they're trying to form some sort of adoption back into the normal banking system,
Yeah.
which we are trying to get out of, right?
Right.
So I kind of understand Bank of America's twist on this. But one really good point, though, is the international transfers and regular transfers. Right now, they're taking too long.
Right.
With cryptocurrency, it's seconds. Digital currency, between two, maybe from Cash App to another, it's much faster. But it's still they still charge you a high fee.
Absolutely.
So that's one key advantage I see in this whole conversation is that if we can make international transactions cheaper and faster, that is key. Transfers within interstate, intercity between people in the country already without
Right.
all these crazy ass fees. Excuse my French.
Right.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, I think for me the big win here is definitely those international transfers. Obviously, they're gonna always try to find a way to kind of try to regulate these things. Maybe try to throw in some fees there, but the solution is providing right now is definitely superior to the systems we have in place. So ultimately, I think this is great for crypto adoption, I would say. So, BlockFi faces regulatory heat, a sign of possible crypto lending regulations. Tell us about this, Uga Kenny.
Boss man, we talked about this last week. We said we see this coming.
Right.
This is the reason why. With DeFi, decentralized financing, right, which BlockFi, which is the company, provides, is that unlike the banks, which we've mentioned, you put your money in the bank, you get 0.003, 0.001 back return. But
Right.
with BlockFi, you can go and buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever, and you get them 8% back APY, 4% back. We are staking some coins as well. We're getting 30%, 40% back. And these guys are saying, okay, and I think, funny enough, we just talked about Bank of America.
Yeah.
The banks have gone to the States because those guys are in cahoots and say, hey, these guys are stealing our customers. How can a company called BlockFi be transacting about $14.7 billion and selling an asset similar to what the banks are? So they see them as competition. And Basically, you're giving out loans because you can do, with the old decentralized financing, just like we've said, you can borrow loan, you can provide liquidation, you
Yeah.
can stake, you can farm, and get really good interest rate compared to what the banks is. Basically, what the banks are doing is just smarter. So instead of the banks getting smarter, they saying let's kill the competition. So they've
Absolutely.
gone to the states, which I'm assuming here, this is an assumption.
Yeah,
All the
man.
states is
They put on their
basically
Karen
joining
hats.
hands with the banks and saying, "Oh, this is not a legitimate asset. You cannot be giving this high interest on it. This is we got an issue." And this is Texas. This is it Alabama or what other states? About three
Right.
states.
Yeah, there's a couple states there.
Makes no sense. This cryptocurrency, it's not the normal kind of. I guess once you define it as an asset, this kind of argument goes away.
Right.
So my prayer, my hope is that BlockFi wins this case, and it creates more legitimacy into cryptocurrency.
Of course.
We were very proud of Texas for adopting crypto, for adopting crypto, but now they kind of kicking themselves in the butt, saying, "Wait a second, we make a lot of money in taxes from the banks. So now if there's this exchange where we can't even tax them yet, has billions and billions of dollars in it, that's taken away from our revenue or our taxes, and that's just where the conflict comes."
Absolutely. Well, I say it's the fight against DeFi. This is definitely crushing the banks. We were not expecting them to kind of go away easy. So this is clearly one of those examples of the institution fighting DeFi. And so I agree with you there.
Yeah, they're gonna get kicked in the butt because it's a
Definitely.
technology, just like when Windows operating system came around and kicked a lot of butts.
Right.
The internet came around and kicked tons of service-based business out of business because they needed to adapt to the internet. Cryptocurrency, blockchain is doing the same thing, but then do not fight. You go create your own BlockFi solution as well, get involved in the cryptocurrency space, and start giving good interest rate and still make money. Coinbase made billions of dollars in just fees. Robinhood, all the
Right.
money that they made from selling Bitcoin and Ethereum, right?
Absolutely. This
So
is
all
true.
these BlockFi, DeFi type solutions are making money in transaction fees. You can still make money in transaction fees and still be able to do the same loan and liquidation and all that kind of stuff that you do.
Absolutely.
One thing that really frustrates me.
What's that?
You go to use streets, you want to invest in these high interest rate opportunities. But wait a second, you're not a millionaire yet, so you cannot invest. You want to go trade stocks, but if you don't have $25,000 in your account, you cannot day trade. And when you want to day trade, those really good stocks, those really valuable stocks that really move, you can't afford to buy because of the prices. So it's like they're trying to create a barrier or a roof for a certain group of the population to move
Right.
up, which is
Absolutely.
unfortunate.
Listen, man. I think they will find out that they will fail. There is no barrier in DeFi.
Well,
Moving on to
money
some.
talks, man. Unfortunate. Yeah.
Hey, moving on to some scribble analysis. Bitcoin definitely got to a high point there of about 42,182. Right,
Yep.
made some resistance there, just right above where we put our resistance point. They kind of just went over there and it's pulled back. Now hanging out around $39,456. Okay, Kenny, what are your thoughts on the chart right now?
Yeah. I think I sent you a quick snapshot about a double bottom.
You did a situation about double bottoms. Tell us about this.
Yeah, I think that's what's going on with Bitcoin and Ethereum right now. So that arrow that we have pointing is the final not the final, the future destination, right?
Okay.
So we've reached stage one. We'll at stage two, going to stage three. So it's going to bounce back down, which is currently trying to do right now before it goes back up.
Okay, absolutely. So kind of like a little bit of a pullback.
Yeah.
Maybe where do you think it's going to move further down, or is going to hang around
Yeah,
at
I think
39,000
it's
where it
already
is right
tried
now?
to touch that support level.
True.
It might
true,
still try
true.
really hard to reach that support level before
Right.
it moves back up.
Absolutely. I agree with him. I think that is going to hang. I believe he's going to hover in here within this channel between that 40,000 and 39,000 before it continues to move.
As a matter
Upward.
of fact, we can prove that with another pattern. So
Sure.
if you draw the pattern line from the bottom line of July 21st all the way to today. Yep.
Okay. So what are we looking at here?
Yeah. So yeah, we have an ascending triangle. So it's of course going to reach that support level, and then probably still try to cross that before it goes up, but it's going to eventually go up. That's an ascending triangle.
Absolutely. Well, I think it's gonna hover there, definitely around this area, and then maybe just keep moving up from there. But I'm definitely waiting for that candle to close, to just get a better idea of where things will be moving from there. Moving on to Ethereum, we did a similar situation, a rising wedge, if you will,
Yep.
situation over there, and that moved exactly as you should have, kind of crossed over there. Now, here's an interesting theory I have about Ethereum. You know, there is a London fork coming out. Is that supposed to be August 4th? That's in what, 2 days? 1 day, 2 days? I believe because of that, the hype will push Ethereum probably close to 29, probably close to 2800 or 29 before we see that correction like we have on Bitcoin. What do you think?
Yeah, again, news has a lot of impacts
Right.
on the psychological movement of stocks. Again, it's not a constant upward movement. It's going to go up and down.
Of
So the
course.
same thing happens in the crypto environment. So we expect to see maybe this to continue to go up, and hopefully the upgrades goes well. And if it does go well, probably even up to 30,000 before we have a correction. I mean, 3,000 before we have
3,000?
a correction.
Okay.
I would like to buy more Ethereum. I need to own more Ethereum because, I mean, NFTs, DeFi, I mean,
Yeah, a lot of things are
the
built on Ethereum.
solutions that Ethereum is currently providing that Cardano need to hurry up and wake up and do. It's just it's quite plethora. I need to
Absolutely.
get more coins.
Definitely. Well, we'll wait and see how that one pans out, but I definitely think it's gonna keep running up a little bit more. Cardano. Well, look at this then, sir. If you could give a price prediction for Cardano over the next week, what would you say?
I don't know, man. Look at the moving averages are not aligned.
Right.
Well, you know what? If we have the RSI or the TTM squeeze, I could maybe be able to give you something. But right now, I'm looking at what I'm looking. It's just looks like it's good to consolidate before it moves up. Cardano needs some more updates. I mean, we need some updates from the organization on, when are we going to get our proof of stake?
Of course.
It's looking like October, but October seems to be a long wait while Ethereum is getting a head start. It's almost like Microsoft and Apple all over again.
Well, actually, they've been doing some testing, so there are some people that are now on the Cardano testnet, kind of testing it out. So
Sure.
it's just not the general public yet. So that it's their smart contract platform is live. It's working. They're just testing, and so I don't think they'll have that much of a disadvantage. But anyway, this price target, sir, tell us.
The candles look kind of isn't that a doji? Two
Like a spinning top?
repeating doji candles.
A spinning top.
It's
Know what
it's
you mean?
quite undecided, man.
Yeah. Well, here's what I think. Obviously, there's this little hidden resistance here. I believe this will break through this shortly, and we should probably see like 140 in the near future. So I'm just gonna add a line
let's go
there.
buy some more Cardano.
Yep. Let me put my line there. And hey, this is my prediction now. Don't. It might happen. It might not happen. But there we go. Yellow line. That's my prediction.
Yeah, I'm not predicting. I think it's just consolidating because
Just
of those doji
consolidating?
candles.
Okay. There we go. So we'll definitely watch that one and see how it goes.
Yes,
Any-
sir.
Any final thoughts, sir?
Man, we'll do what we do, man. We'll be back tomorrow with some more good news. But the reality is, the markets
back
are the
with more
markets for
fire.
what they are, both in the stock market and both in the crypto industry. But the reality is, your money should not be sitting in the bank doing nothing. We're not financial advisors.
Yeah.
Money is meant to move around. Don't have your money sitting around doing nothing. We have decided to create value by by giving away some of our pennies and also investing as
And
well.
just
So,
and sharing information about crypto,
yeah,
right? So
yeah.
it's always a great thing. It makes me happy to do it every day. I can do this every day,
Yeah.
bro. Every day.
For sure.
So that makes me excited. Well, before we close this one out, I would like to give one more reminder because I always like to remind everyone that we're giving away $500 worth of Cardano. once we get to 5,000 subscribers. Two winners, $250 each, and all you have to do is to subscribe, like, and share the video with your friends. Until next time, Chevron Present out.